Picture this. It's 1683 and Vienna is under siege. The mighty Ottoman Empire is knocking on the city's doors, ready to claim it like a Black Friday sale gone wrong. The fate of Europe? Hanging by a thread, and just when it seems all hope is lost, boom! Here comes an army of armored knights, Polish winged hussars, and one of the most epic cavalry charges in history. Yeah, this is the Battle of Vienna, where a desperate city, a league of nations, and a king in fancy armor turned the tide against one of the largest invading forces Europe had ever seen. Buckle up, this one's wild. Alright, so how did we get here? For years, the Ottoman Empire had been expanding like an unstoppable boss in a strategy game, conquering everything in its path. By the late 1600s, they had a huge empire stretching from the Middle East to North Africa and deep into Europe. And guess what? They wanted more. Vienna, the capital of the Holy Roman Empire, was like prime real estate, a strategic, wealthy city that would open the gates to Central Europe. And leading this charge, Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa, an ambitious commander with one goal: take Vienna, break the Habsburgs, and expand Ottoman power further west. So, in July 1683, he rolls up with an army of about 140,000 men, a massive force with elite janissaries, cavalry, artillery, and of course, siege engineers ready to blow holes in Vienna's defenses. But Vienna? Oh, they weren't going down without a fight. For 2 months, Vienna was choking under siege. The Ottomans bombarded the city walls, tunneled under them to set explosives, and cut off all supplies. The defenders, led by Count Ernst Rüdiger von Starhemberg, were outnumbered 5-1. The people, starving, the soldiers, exhausted, the morale, somewhere in the basement. By early September, things were looking dire. The Ottomans had breached parts of the walls, and it was only a matter of time before Vienna fell. But just when you think it's game over, Vienna gets a lifeline. Enter King John III, Sobieski of Poland. You see, while Vienna was fighting for its life, the Holy Roman Empire and Poland had formed the Holy League, an alliance to stop the Ottomans. Sobieski, leading an army of around 80,000 troops, marched to Vienna at breakneck speed. This wasn't just any army. This was a multinational force of Poles, Austrians, Germans, and Hungarians. And at the heart of it, the Polish winged hussars, aka the most badass cavalry ever. September 12th, 1683. The battlefield is set. The Ottomans are so close to victory that Kara Mustafa is already planning the after-party. But then, here comes Sobieski and the relief army, charging down the hills like an avalanche. And then, at the perfect moment, Jan III Sobieski orders the largest cavalry charge in history, around 20,000 cavalrymen, led by 3,000 Polish winged hussars. Imagine it. These guys were covered in armor, riding massive war horses, and wearing giant feathered wings on their backs that made them look like warrior angels from a medieval metal album cover. When they charged, the sound of their wings roared across the battlefield like thunder. The Ottomans panicked. Their lines broke, soldiers fled, and before the sun even set, Vienna was saved. The victory at Vienna was huge. It wasn't just about saving one city, it stopped the Ottoman advance into Europe for good. Kara Mustafa? Well, let's just say that when he returned to Istanbul, the Sultan wasn't exactly thrilled. He was, let's say, permanently retired. Yeah, the dude got executed. The Battle of Vienna marked the beginning of the end for the Ottoman Empire's expansion into Europe. And for Poland and the Holy Roman Empire, it was one of their greatest military triumphs. So, next time you hear about the Battle of Vienna, just remember it was the epic showdown where a city on the brink of destruction, a fearless king, and a horde of armored cavalry turned the tides of history. Now, I've got a question for you. If you could pick any historical army to fight in an epic battle, who would it be? Now, let me know in the comments. And hey, if you love this story, subscribe, or I'll send a winged hussar to your house.